you. Well, hello. How does everybody do today? How is everybody today on this fine Wednesday? Whew. Got to admit, I am pretty dang tired. Um, had basically 2 weeks off from work. Hit the ground running on Monday when it was time to get started. It has been non-stop ever since, but getting stuff done. Um, it's been good. So, but I'm tired, unfortunately. Not to mention the change in weather. We've got our first bout of cold weather um, over the last 2 days. So it's been a little bit chillier than what we're used to. Um, you know, Californians, we don't really, this part of California, we really don't deal with much cold weather. But when we hit late November, December, January, that's usually when we get the coldest temperatures because that's when the sun's, the days are the shortest. You don't get much time for it to heat up. Exactly a week ago, I think our temperatures were in the mid 70s. So I think today we topped out at like 59, something like that. But yeah, it's weather's changing. So it's good. It's fall going into winter. So of course it's supposed to be colder. But anyway, but that adds a strain to all the other stuff you got to deal with too. So that's the main reason why I'm bringing it up, because normally I go to work in shorts, which I did today, and I felt it because it was pretty cold. But still, our version of cold here in California is not what y'all other and the rest of the country got to deal with. So anyway, why does that music keep turning up like that? I don't want it high like that. Stay down. That's why. Okay. Anyway, so I see a whole bunch of people up in here already, and I saw people chatting earlier, so I got to make sure to shout out all my peoples that are here, and then we got to get into what we're going to talk about today, because the show is going to be focused on, like I've been saying, all things RC aviation. I don't really touch much on helicopters, so I can't say all RC, but I want to touch on all aspects of the hobby that we know and love, and talk about some things that I think we should be mentioning. So today it's going to be about Black Friday deals, etc. And I'm not going to stick to one place. I'm going to stick to all these different places that I buy from, so that y'all can see what it is I talk about. But let me get to who showed up. I see Jack-78. I don't know if Jack's still in here because it's pretty late where you are, but Mr. Jack-78, what is up? He was one of the first here. Mr. Mike Bird was right there after him. What's up, Mike? RC Rejects. I'm not sure if I've seen them before, but I do appreciate you being here. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you're still here, and jump in the chat if you are still here. Thank you for being here, Mr. Big Chris. What's up with you? I see you as well. Mountain RC, I see you. What's happening with you? Thanks for stopping by to chat. I got Mr. Craig Bevan. What's happening with you? Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm hard to believe that this is already almost into December, but this year is almost done, guys. So yeah, Mr. Michael Bear, what is up with you? Thank you for being here. Let's see who else we got. The Fred Barron. He heard his call to come join the channel, and he heard his favorite song being played. What's up, Fred? Mr. Andy Cho, all the way from Australia. What's happening? I guess it should be middle of the afternoon for you on the next day. But what is up for you? Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending the time. Jono, what's up with you, Mr. Oh yeah, I like your avatar there. What's happening, Jono? Thanks for being here. I remember those days. The 80s World Wrestling Federation. Let's see. Looks like Michael Bear is asking about props. I haven't bounced props lately, but actually, I want to bounce a prop. I haven't flown my little my new Rare Bear yet, and I want to see if it's got any vibration. And if it does, we gonna bounce it on the channel. And usually, what I do is spinner, prop, and spinner. I'll balance both. Maybe I'll save that for one of the other shows. Let's see who else is going on here. Lots of people talking. So I'll make sure to bring all that up, what y'all are talking about. But I like that. Actually, it's right there on the screen. So that's why I put the chat in the screen now, so everybody can see what's being said on the screen without having to look at their chat window. So let's see what else. Who else haven't I mentioned yet that was nice enough to join? JCB67. There we go. What's up with you, JCB? Howdy, howdy, howdy. And Mike Bird, we've had lots of rain the last couple weeks, and we've got another big storm coming in tomorrow as well. So, but right after that, clear weather, lots of sunshine. I think 70s will be coming back. Temperatures in the 70s again. I have a fly day set for this Sunday, and I have some planes to get going. So I don't know if I'm going to have any of the new ones. I might just grab planes that are already ready to go, but I do need to go fly, so I'm going to make sure to do that. Hopefully get after all the rain has happened. Dwayne Clark, what is up with you? Thank you for being here, me friend. Looks like we've got 16 people in the room. Very, very cool. Glad to have all of you here, and I don't want to make everybody keep waiting for me to start talking about the topics, because I do want to talk about some stuff. So I went through and I made a list of some things that were worth seeing. Let's see what's all this. So, sorry for the bubblings. My phone's chatting at me. So, like I said, I wanted to talk about some stuff that I thought was worth mentioning, because this is the time of year when people are looking for sales. As I've said before, I'm also trying to make people realize that there is still stuff that's affordable in the hobby right now, because everything's shot up through the roof. But there are still some deals, and I showed one of those deals last week. But in the description, if you haven't noticed already, there is all the long list of things that I was talking about. So I've got 6 different places, or 6 different kind of topics to talk about. And believe it or not, the very first on the list is Horizon Hobby, because they've got some Warbird deals that are actually pretty dang cool. So I'd like to share those with y'all, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to post it in there so you can see. So they've got Warbirds on sale, one of which is the F4U Corsair, the 1.2 millimeter bind and fly. This is a bind and fly basic. That means it's got a receiver in it already. And this is a freaking good price for a plane with the receiver and ready to go. I'm pretty impressed with what they've been able to do here. And let's post that up here so y'all can see it. It's the Corsair, the Corsair from Horizon Hobby, and it is a screaming deal. I mean, I gotta say that, because you're getting AS3X and you're getting a good plane that's pretty much ready to go. Very good deal, and I have to mention it because it's a good deal. I don't care who it's from. If it's a good deal, I want y'all to know. So, and this ends, what does it say, 11/20? You guys don't have much time. So 11/20, this deal ends. $249.99. That is a screaming deal for a plane, a decent sized Warbird with a receiver. That is really, really good. So take a look. I posted the link in the description. I mean, the link is in the description. I have the whole long list, but I posted it in the chat too. Take a look at that. $249.99 for a bind and fly Warbird. And this is not a small Warbird. This is a decent size, 1.2 meter. That's a 1200 millimeter bird. It's a decent size with retracts, flaps. Good to go. It's a good deal. And it is from Horizon. And I think if you've got other points and other stuff, you might be able to use those too. But that's a good deal. If you don't want to spend a whole lot of money and just want to go get a plane to fly, check that out. That's not much. I was pretty impressed with how much how little that cost. I mean, that was really good, really a good deal, a very good deal. So that's one. Now, since we're talking about Warbirds, let's take a look at the next one. This one is actually a really screaming deal too, because it's normally a plane that's $569, which isn't bad. It is a little expensive, but you're getting AS3X, and if you go for a regular PNP, it's gonna be a little bit less. But take a look at that. Let's paste that in there. I just posted it in the chat. This is from Horizon Hobby. This is the P-51 Mustang, the 1.5 1500 millimeter. Firefox, what's happening? I see you, Mikey. How you doing? P-51D. Everybody loves a Mustang, right? Everybody loves a Mustang. And it is bind and fly. This is another bind and fly deal. This is a big bird. This is a 1500 millimeter. You get smart, AS3X, safe select, all that stuff for $349.99 for a 1500 millimeter plane. That is a screaming deal. Another screaming deal that I have to share with y'all. And this is no affiliate links, no nothing. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just showing y'all this is a good deal. If you're looking for something affordable and something to be able to get in, keep flying in the hobby and not having to spend an arm and a leg, and have all the support that you need from Horizon Hobby too, because they do stand by their stuff. Take a look. I posted the link. The link's right there. Screaming deal. I mean, that's a screaming deal. $349.99. When I bought I ended up buying the FMS version. I wanted a different version, and Firefox and I were talking about this. We were looking for that version. I got that version. I spent more than that, way more than that. I spent a little bit over. I think I spent like $550 total. Actually, no, $575 with the shipping for the other version from FMS. But Rick W, I see you too. What's happening? Thanks for being here, my friend. Howdy. But that's a good deal. $349.99 for a plane that has the receiver built in with all the settings and everything done. All you got to do is bind it to your radio. Screaming deal. It's 6S, all different kinds of all different kinds of size batteries will fit in that. They fly amazing. Great plane. Take a look. Totally worth it. So that's the Warbird deals, and that's the first part of what we're talking about. Then we're going to skip over to another one of my favorite places, which is Hobbyzone, and they've got some Black Friday RC plane deals, and some of these planes are up to $120 off. So let's get started on there, and I'll show you what they got going. I got this plane when it was on sale, and I don't remember how much it was when I bought it. I think it was for a deal like this, but it is the FMS 90 millimeter Super Scorpion, and that one was on sale. Is on sale. That's $120 off. This is normally a plane that cost $579.99, which isn't a bad deal for 90 with all the features that it's got. It has an 8S capable ESC. It says 6S and 8S, but what most people don't realize is that ESC that they use in there, even with the small 6S fan, that ESC is 8S capable. So what a lot of people are doing, which I've been doing, they'll take that stock motor and make it put it on a 7S, which turns it into even more of a rocket ship. What I'm going to do with mine is I'm actually going to change it to an 8S setup, but I think I'm going to try it on the 6S first, just to see 6S version, and then I'll put a 7S pack in there and see how it does. But you can get that plane in orange, or you can get it in camo. I got it in camo, and good looking plane. They fly incredible, but that's a good deal. So if you want an EDF, but you want a larger EDF, you want something that's a sport plane, $459.99. That's $120 off what it normally costs. So that's another good deal. Check that out. And that's an actual Hobbyzone is an actual local hobby shop. So they have a big website, but they are an actual brick and mortar store. So definitely worth supporting those guys if you like what they got. But great plane. So this is the next one on the list, which is a another big 90 millimeter. This one's $100 off, but this is the FMS 90 millimeter Avanti. So this is another screaming deal. Just posted it in the chat, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. But it is a screaming deal. It's a big plane. It's big. It's fast. It does everything well. And I think that this one might even be 8S capable out of the box, just because of the ESC that they use. But this got the same motor that the other one does, the same motor that the other plane I was just talking about, the Scorpion. So you can put 7S in this and make that thing rip, because it's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's an 8S capable. So it's 1950 kV, 3600 millimeter motor. Add you can even add vectoring to this if you'd like to. The vectoring, that's an extra cost, but $499.99 for this guy. It's a little higher on the affordability range, but still a good deal. I will eventually get one of these, most likely, hopefully on a slightly bigger sale. But I did just purchase the 70 millimeter, which was on sale. Excuse my voice, for $229. So good planes. Definitely worth checking out if you can. But yeah, and to keep up with the chat, guys, there I have it there in the corner so you can see it. I'm not always going to shout it out, but yes, as Mike Bird said, it is a great jet, a really good jet. And then Michael Bear is saying, Arrows, yeah, it is an FMS plane. It's just not it was made for Arrows by FMS, but it's definitely a good plane. And it is really, really good. I haven't flown mine on 4S yet, but I do plan on flying it on 4S. But that is not one that I have on the list today, because we're looking for big, big deals. And those are on sale for a little bit off, but not quite as much as these guys. So here is the next on the list. And I've had this plane, enjoyed this plane. It was not the plane for me to have at the time, and I probably won't get one again, but it's a good deal, and there's a lot of stuff out there that you can do to make this thing fly better. I mean, I even posted videos on this plane. This is the Arrows Mig-29, the twin 64 millimeter Mig-29. They have that thing on sale for quite a bit off. Normally it's a $400 bird, which is a decent price for that, but they are doing a good sale, $100 off. So $299.99 for a twin EDF, and it's a fairly high performance EDF. It's got lots of features on it. All those missiles come on there. Good retracts, good flaps, good servos everywhere. Setup is very important on this plane. You want to make sure to get everything right, or you might not make it past the maiden, just because it's got some weird characteristics that can be remedied, can be dealt with, but you just got to know what you're doing. But for $299.99, that's a screaming deal. For a twin EDF, that's a screaming deal, and it's a good flying plane. So take a look at that. And this is through Hobbyzone. Hobbyzone is putting on a good sale, so take a look at that if you're looking for a decent sized plane. And yes, Mike Bird, the V3 Avanti is awesome. I had the first generation and I loved it. I sold it because I needed to make room for something else. But after seeing it, I had to. I mean, after flying it and having had it in the past, when I saw it on sale for $229, I had to do it again because it's just way too good of a deal. Rick W, I'm thinking about grabbing it. Yes, get it. They're on sale. They'll probably put a little bit more on sale around Black Friday. They might do a little bit better. But this is what they got right now. And I think, did I post? I don't think I posted it on this list, but it's up there. They don't take quite as much off for that bird, for this, for what I'm talking about today, but definitely worth checking out. Go look at Hobbyzone's Black Friday deals. They have a little link. You click there and then it shows you everything. So now let's go to, we're still doing some more Hobbyzone, but this is going to be RC car deals. So let's look at something a little different. This is, these are the ones with the most money off, because it's up to $150 off for these guys. So this is the first one. I know this is one of their newer planes. I'm so used to talking about planes. This is one of their newer cars. So I'm putting it in the chat. And again, all of this is in the description. I have everything describing what they are. These are regular links. They're not affiliate links. They're just stuff that I went through and looked at and said, hey, let me share this with my people, because this is definitely worth checking out. So this is the Rock Hobby Ridge Racer. It's a big old 1/7 scale car. And it is lots of features. It's pretty fast from what I heard. And it is $150 off. It's normally $549.99, which is a decent deal for what it is, but they took $150 off. $399.99 for this big old thing. Huge. I think this runs on 6S. Got a big old 4274 size motor, 1600 kV, 150 amp ESC. It's a big old machine. It's got different pinion gears if you need them, but it comes RTR. You just gotta put some batteries in. You can get it in red or you can get it in blue. Good looking, very good looking car. It's big, fast. Definitely worth checking out for $150 off. $399.99. That's a good deal. Very good deal. Very, very, very good deal. So yes, and yeah, that T-33 does fly great. It's for 50 millimeter. Just going back a few years, hard to believe that they're actually able to do so much with what those things can do nowadays. So worth checking out. Yeah, I know. Surface, I know. But hey, I got to mix it up. Like I said, everything RC, right? So we're going to talk about a little bit of everything. But these are deals. These are definitely deals worth checking out. Let's go to the next one here. This one is the bigger version of the small one that I got, which was the FMS Chevy Colorado. Again, this is through Hobbyzone. This one was $100 off from the original price. So definitely worth checking out. Let me put the link in there. And we'll talk about it for a little bit. There's the link in the description. I mean, it's in the chat right now if you want to look. But everything I'm talking about is in the description, and it's numbered, and it talks about what's what. So this is the FMS 1/10 scale Chevy Colorado. It's a basher. It's brushless too, so it's a decent sized truck. Lots of features for what it is. Whole lots of power. It's got a little wheelie bar too, because it's got a lot of power. It's $100 off. So normally it's $469.99. It's on sale right now for $369.99. So that's a pretty dang good deal for an RTR truck. Pretty much ready to go. You just got to charge it. And it's a decent size. It's not small, and it will pretty much handle everything you throw at it. Definitely worth it. And they've got a whole bunch of parts, a whole bunch of extras for it. Everything you need, they're going to have for it. But it's just through Hobbyzone. Definitely a good place. I bought a lot from them. And again, I'm not an affiliate. Just it's a good deal, so I'm letting y'all know. Let's see. We got people talking. I'm glad to see you guys talking in there. Actually, yeah, you're right, Victor. That's on sale too. I think it was quite a bit off too. Still fairly expensive, but it was. That's on there. Paul McNeil, what's happening? I see you, buddy. Howdy, howdy. Thanks for stopping by. And then, yeah, oh, you do have it. Okay, so Fred Barron says he has it, and it's same chastity. Yeah, it's a good. From what I've seen and the videos of it, it looked pretty capable. Good, capable machine. So check it out. So that's another one on the Surface list. Let's go see what else we got. So where are we? There we are. So let's take a look at the last one I linked. There's a lot more than this too. I just chose the best deals because, you know, this is basically the one that I got. No, it's a little bit different. This is a little bit different. But this is the FMS 1/24 scale 1/24 scale Colorado. It comes in 3 different colors. Let me put the link up there so you guys can see. Another Hobbyzone plane. I mean, plane. I'm so used to saying plane. Another Hobbyzone deal, but this is another car. 1/24 scale. So this is going all different sizes, which I want to make sure to do so that fits a little bit everybody. I got, this is the Colorado RTR. I got the monster truck version of this. So this is the Chevy Colorado. It comes in 3 different colors: a blue, a white with orange, and then a black with some other graphics. Very cool little trucks. I got 2-speed transmissions. So this is a brush motor. This is a brush motor, but these are cool cool little trucks. A lot of bang for the buck. This is $50 off from what they normally are. They're fun, especially the smaller guys, because you can do a lot more with those. A lot less. They take up a lot less room. They require a lot less to run. You can actually, with that stuff that's brushed, you can actually crawl with those a little bit better than you do with the brushless. But check it out. I got to take a drink because my voice is getting all funky. Anyway, yeah, so check that out. It is definitely worth checking out. FMS has done a really good job with their little bashers and their crawlers and some of the bigger stuff they've got too. Definitely worth checking out. I got back into RC because of seeing a good deal on that Colorado that's brushless. Things are fun. It's a blast to drive. I need to get that out a little bit more. So with the weather as it is, if I can't fly, I may as well get out there and drive, right? So that's 3 of the Hobbyzone RC car deals. Now we're still on RC cars. We're going to head to Horizon Hobby again because they've got some good deals going on, and I'm about to share it with y'all. So let's see here. It's loading up. We've got the Gorgon, the 1/16 arm of Gorgon Grom. It has a battery and a charger included. Check this out. Big Chris, thank you for being here, my friend. I know it's pretty late over there, but I do appreciate you coming by and checking this out, even though it's late, but I do appreciate it. Thanks for stopping. Be sure to hit the like on the way out, and same for everybody else. Be sure to hit the like to help with the algorithm now that I'm doing streams again. But hit the like, and if you can, share it, comment, subscribe, all that goodness. If you haven't subscribed already, definitely worth it. I'm doing a lot more with the RC stuff now. I'm going to get some more time off from work. It's our usual annual shutdown, so I'm going to be doing more RCing. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. We've got the Horizon Hobby page up again. We've got the 1/16 Gorgon Grom. It's a 4x4 RTR. This is the brush version, but it does come with transmitter and battery and charger. So definitely worth checking that out. And it's only $189.99, and this is a decent sized vehicle. It's this, and they come in all these different colors. Cool graphics. Comes with a wheelie bar. I'm sorry. And a battery and charger, which is good. So definitely worth checking out. And this is also for gift ideas too, if you guys are thinking about it. But if you just want to get, like for me, just getting back into the hobby, something like that, it's an easy way to do it. It's not crazy expensive, but it's got everything you need. All those different colors you can choose from. Black and gold, red and graphics, and then greenish and black. So definitely worth it. Very cool vehicle. Their whole Grom series is pretty cool. I've got the Grom BLX. I like that. But let's see what else we got from them, because there is more. And like I said, I want to just share it with y'all and let you see what you can figure out. And yeah, check that out. People talking about it. I see that. I'll give you a second and I'll get back to y'all. So we got another one here, but I'll post that in a second. Kind of going all over the board here with the vehicles, just because, I mean, why not? We want to see a little bit of everything. Like I said, everything RC. I want to talk about it all, and then get to some other stuff. Sounds like my wife is home. Okay, so okay, on to the next. On to the next. The next one is still on Horizon Hobby because it's a car deal. But we have, this is a little bit different. This is quite a bit smaller. This is like mini Z size, but it is the Axial 1/30th scale SCX30. It's a Ford Bronco, and it comes with a battery and charger. It's got a little bit of everything, which is good. But it's really small, super small. This could be used anywhere, indoor, outdoor, doesn't matter. But these are really small, and they're only $100. So if you want to get started for really cheap, this is a good way to do it because it comes with a charger. The charger is just USB too, so that's really good. But the Axial SCX30 Ford Bronco. Did I post it up there where you can see? Yes, I did. So that's it. That is definitely worth checking out because it's cheap. Drive it anywhere. You can drive it inside, pester your animals if you got them. But definitely worth checking out because it's affordable. Like I said, that's the main thing. I want to be showing stuff that's not crazy expensive, or stuff that's normally expensive that's got a pretty hefty discount, which is good. Take advantage of it while you can, because you never know, prices may not stay that way. But take a look. So that's a good one. That's especially good if you're going to do stuff inside or indoors, or you don't have a whole lot of room. You can set up pillows, you can set up courses or whatever in your house. Jeff in Laura, Alabama, what is up? Howdy. Mr. Mike Bird said 52 mile per hour with his black Grand Mojave. Sheesh. That's fast. Very fast. And yes, if they're brushless, they can be fast. Sometimes it's good to start out with brushed because that gives you the time to get used to it, and then you can adjust and then move up to the faster stuff. Okay, so we're almost done with this, and then we're going to get to the unboxing, which is coming up pretty soon. But I had to share these deals with y'all because it's worth it. Now the Hobby King has lots of deals, a whole bunch of deals. I got to share with y'all. So Hobby King has been killing it lately with everything that they've been doing, and they've kept it all affordable. That's the most important thing. It has been affordable. It's one thing to be able to have all this new updated stuff. Turn off the camera here for a second, guys. But just to make it, get new stuff and then crank up the prices, it's kind of crazy. So it's good to see that Hobby King has been able to get lots of new stuff, but then also keep the prices reasonable. So I got quite a few things from Hobby King over the last few months, actually over the last year, because the prices are just too good to not. So we're starting on Hobby King now. So I'm opening up a Hobby King link. I'm about to show it to you guys. They have a very special edition of the H King Viper 64. They call it the Black Edition because it's got, I'm not here yet. I got people coming in, so I have to turn the camera off, but I'll wait till they actually show. So take a look at this. This is definitely worth checking out. If you want to get something affordable, you can get it in the USA warehouse or from the international, but they have a very limited quantity of these. It's not my kind of bird because it's got fixed gear, but if you are into, you can take the gear off and hand launch it, whatever. It's a Viper, and Vipers always fly good. This is a 64 Viper, $179.99. Dang good deal. A very good deal, especially when you look at what it flies on. This is the 4. What is this version? 4S or 6S? This is the 6S. So a lot of performance in a small size. And especially if you want to hand launch it, you'll get a lot of performance out of this if you hand launch it. But this is a special edition, special colors, and there's a limited quantity. So if you want to partake in that deal, take a look. And yes, Michael Berry, you're dead on. They've always had fun stuff. Some people have had issues with shipping, and there's always places that have issues. I haven't had any issues with Hobby King. They've always taken care of me. I had a couple issues with a couple planes, and Stuart personally took care of it. So I have no complaints. Shipping is always crazy fast because they had a warehouse up in Oregon or Washington, and then now they have one in LA. So now stuff ships even faster. So Hobby King, if you want something quick, something that's actually going to have some parts, you can't always get everything you want for cheap, but considering the prices and considering what they got, it's definitely worth checking out. $179.99 for a Viper and a 6S Viper at that. Definitely worth it. Let's move on to the next. It's still in Hobby King. We're still working on Hobby King. This is one that I just got and one that I need to get in the air. This is their regular price. These are not sale prices. These are the regular prices. Because they are still into affordable, keeping the hobby affordable. So this is the Hobby King Durafly Plug and Fly Rare Bear Reno Racer. A couple different colors for this. It's $169.99. That is the regular price. Killer deal. And you can get different colors. It doesn't have to be. This is the green and white, but you can get a couple different colors of this bird. Flies on the regular forest, 2200. Nothing out of the ordinary. Definitely worth checking out. $169.99. Will not break the bank. Makes it crazy easy to. It's hand launch, so there's really no going wrong with that. Let's see what's been said. Yes, and Stewart is a good person. Very good. Takes care of everything. Hard to believe. Is Mom coming in or is she going? Okay. So definitely worth checking out. Good stuff. And the most important thing is it's affordable. You don't have to worry about spending an arm and a leg to buy them or to power them. And speaking of power them, that's some of the other stuff I got to show in there. Let's see if this is the plane. One other plane that I got to add to this. I've never flown one of these, but people love these things. It's not even really an airplane. It's a gyrocopter, but everybody loves this thing. A lot of people have flown this and have reviewed it, and they love it. I haven't flown one yet, but it looks like it would be a lot of fun. That's the Auto Gyro. And this is another one of their affordable planes. And it's got an auto start, it says. And it is $179.99. Another good deal. It's weird, it's quirky, but hey, it still flies. Lots of people have these and enjoy them. They don't cost an arm and a leg. $179.99, pretty much ready to go. You don't have to do much to get it going, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on the parts needed to fly it. I mean, look at this. The battery for it costs less than $10. So, I mean, if you want to get in the air for cheap and fly something and enjoy it without having to break the bank, check out Hobby King. They've got some of the best out there, and especially having these local warehouses, it makes it good. So that's one of them there. That's another good one. So let's see what else is going on here. We've got, so as I was saying, a lot of the stuff they have, it's just affordable, and it's just hard to believe that these things, they're selling them at such reasonable prices. So take a look at this. This is one of the most common size battery packs that most people use. 2200 4S. This is a 30C, which is, that's more than enough. Most people don't realize that 30C is a lot, but this is considered the shorty pack because you're able to get a smaller size than the usual 2200. But this is a 4S 2200. It's called the shorty pack. $15.19 with the connector. That's it. That is so cheap, and even its regular price of $18.99 is still cheap, but it's on sale right now for $15.99. Super cheap, super cheap. I mean, that's why I like Hobby King. It's supposed to be able to get stuff and not have to break the bank to do it. So that's definitely one. There's another one I got here too. I'll pull that one up. So this one, I think I just did that already. Oh, I did that. So this is another pack worth looking at. This is if you've got like the smaller, the Viper that I was just talking about. This is a 6S 2200 for less than $20. It's just, it blows me away how affordable they're able to make this stuff. Granted, it's not the crazy highest C, which is fine, but it is a battery, and they are good, reliable batteries. This is a 6S 2200 30C, and it's less than 20 bucks, less than $20. $19.07 is the cost on this, but the regular price is still good too. $24.99 is still the normal price, but $19.07 is an even better price. Very good, and it's shipped from the that's from the U.S. warehouse too. 2200 6S. So look at that Viper that I sent earlier. That's perfect battery for that plane. But it's only, that's cheap. That's cheap. Can't get over how cheap that is. So if you don't want to break the bank and you want to enjoy the hobby and not spend crazy amounts of money, take a look at Hobby King. I got one more from them, and I'm moving on to the next, and then we're going to get into the unboxing. But this is some of the new stuff that they've come out with, which has turned out to be really good. I haven't used them yet. I'm going to, but the Turnigy has some new batteries out. Again, you don't have to break the bank to do the battery thing. It's definitely lots of options out there, but if you want to do it for a reasonable amount of money, check out the bolts. This is a small pack. This would be for something pretty small, but this is 4S. It's a high voltage, so it's 15.2 volts, and it's an 80C. $13.99 for a high C high voltage pack. You cannot go wrong for that. That is a really good deal. This is a 1000 mAh. This is something that I'd use in a 50 millimeter jet, something like that. But that would make that little thing a hot rod. I'm sorry for bumping the mic. Make that little thing a hot rod, man. That's actually really good. But it's cheap, and it's in the LA warehouse. It'll be here fast. Even if you're across the country, you'd still get that quickly. But definitely worth checking out. From Hobby King, like I said, Hobby King's been killing it with these affordable prices. And let's see what y'all are saying. You know, I was tempted to post the Fox Glider. They have that on sale. They have a couple other planes on sale from who do you call it? What do you call it? Hobby King has a Fox Glider, and then FMS has a glider as well. But they've got them up there for cheap. But take a look at that. All right, so now we've gone through Hobby King, which is a budget place. Now we've got a couple more. This is from Banana Hobby, and these are affordable planes. And these are just like their regular everyday prices. So again, you don't have to break the bank when you decide to get something. What I'm going to be showing you today is going to be something you can get from Banana Hobby. But this next one is one that I actually do plan on getting. It's the X-Fly Red Twin Liner is what they're calling it. And post that up there. Definitely worth checking out. It's a decent size, even though it's got small fans. But it's a 4-channel. It doesn't have retracts, but it doesn't really need it. Twin 40 millimeter EDF, $169.99. That's their regular everyday price. The twin liner is basically an A319, an Airbus, but they can't call it that because they don't have the rights. But it's a good little plane, and Banana Hobby service has been pretty good. I've been pretty impressed with them. I've never had any issues with them. Every time that something's out of stock and it didn't say out of stock, they'll refund the money immediately, or they say they can hold on to it till they get it. But Banana Hobby's been good. I appreciated the stuff that they've done, and the stuff that they're offering, and the prices. They've got decent prices. So that's another affordable bird. If you don't want to spend an arm and a leg to get one, take a look at that. That's from Banana Hobby. We got one more, actually a couple more, and then we'll get to the unboxing. So this is another X-Fly model, but this is from Banana Hobby, and this is a twin EDF, same as the other one, and it is a fighter, so it looks kind of cool. It's the X-Fly SU-57, And it is a, and Victor, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for being here. Very much appreciated, because you always got something going on, but the fact that you're able to be here for a little bit, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And I've been checking out your videos too. But check out this from Banana Hobby. It's a 4-channel SU-57, cool little bird, and it's cheap. It's not expensive. $159.99. Totally worth it. And they have pretty much all the support you need for everything for the X-Fly stuff. Definitely worth checking out. It's affordable. That's the most important thing. That's why I'm posting it. It's an affordable plane, and it's definitely worth that little bit of extra time. And this is a plane that I actually plan on getting here. I'll probably get it from someone else because I can get it for a little bit better deal. But check this out. This is still from Banana Hobby, but it is going to be posted in the chat, and then we're going to get this unboxing so I don't bore you guys too much. But I do want to share. I like sharing. I don't want people to think that I'm holding on to deals and wait until everything's out of stock before I let people know. But this is the Banana Hobby. This is from Banana Hobby, but it's the X-Fly. They're a cool little Spitfire that they came out with. 1200 millimeter Spitfire, loaded with features. Flaps, retracts, a good motor, good paint, everything, oleo struts. It's a good looking bird. $269.99. Very good value for what you're getting. Good looking plane. The videos, it looks really good. Flies really good. We have a whole bunch of options for Spitfires now, but they put a lot of time and effort into it. It's done really well. Does not cost an arm and a leg. $269.99. So that is a good deal. Definitely worth checking out. I do plan on getting one. It'll probably be a few months, but I will get one because it just, I don't have, I'm trying to look for stuff that I don't normally get. I haven't had a Spitfire in a long time. So I will be getting a Spitfire, and it will be that one from them. But again, as I said, I posted all of this stuff in the description. So if you would like to take a look from there, if you want to take a look there, you can go and do that after the stream, during whatever. But take a look there, because it is worth checking out. And again, I posted all those links just to share with you guys so you could see what's out there for a decent price. I have no affiliation with any of these people. I don't have affiliate links. I just posted them there for you to check out, because we should be helping people see what's affordable out there and what's a good deal. So those are very good deals. And if you don't get it, let somebody else know about it, because the whole point of this hobby is to keep people addicted to it and, enjoying it. Never stop the RC, right? You're supposed to do and have fun with the whole thing. So that's why I'm sharing it. The chat's still going, which is good. I'm going to take a couple seconds here to set up for the unboxing, which is going to be going up right now. And as Rick W says, I don't just like spending money. If I liked spending money, I'd go spend like the $8,000 that they have on some of those birds there. They have it at Banana Hobby. They got some of them turbines. They cost some money, man. I have a little bit of money that I've spent, which is true. But yeah, it's just a little bit of money. You got to enjoy yourself, though. That little bit of money, if it helps keep your brain from blowing up and exploding, dealing with everyday life, definitely worth it. Do it to it. So anyway, give me a couple seconds. I got to set up the camera for my other portion of this video so we can take a look at something I did get from Banana Hobby, and that you can get from Banana Hobby. It is a Mig-17. I've had one before, but I got it from Banana Hobby, and it looked like a cow, and it was really annoying. So let's do this. I'm going to set up the camera, and I will be right back. All right, so let me know if you guys can hear me. I can see the chat, so I'm going to reply, but I can't really do much more than that. So this is a little funky. I have originally purchased the Avios um, Mig-17 a few years ago, and that one had the cow setup, which is, you know, the Arctic camo. So it was white and black, white, black, and gray, and it was one of my favorite planes. The only issue that I had was the storage and being able to transport it back and forth to the field. So I ended up getting rid of it because I needed some more space. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. It's a little bit, this mic is going to be different. But anyway, so I got the plane a while ago, but I got rid of it because I needed to do some other stuff. So I did want another one, and I did want another one in another color. I was going to get the Randy Ball scheme, but that didn't work out. However, Banana Hobby ended up having a deal on a different color, which is the red with like a bluish undertone, or underbody. So I got that. There's a funky thing though. It's shipped with absolutely nothing on the box. The box is just plain. There's no damage, but the box is completely plain. Doesn't say anything. It's just blank. The one from Avios had, you know, stuff all over it and all that. But anyway, let's get it unboxed because I haven't opened this thing yet. It's been here for a couple months, and all I did was take it straight to storage. I never opened it. So let's do that today and see what's in there so I can get this thing together. So, you know, normally I'd show you the specs on the box because they normally have graphics on the box. They show you the specs and all that stuff. But they ain't doing that on this one. So maybe that's why the price is so cheap, because they have all the graphics. But as I was saying, this is red, and then it has like a sky blue color under the wing. So this is it. So let's get everything opened up. It looks a lot like the Avios, because they're made by the same company, Global Aerofoam. But let's see what's on in here. Get that out of the way. So this is, I think this is the color of a display team from someplace. Let's get the tape off. Get in there. I know it's a little bit longer than an hour because I normally usually keep my shows limited to about an hour. But I was yapping today, so it was a little bit longer. But this is packaged really well. I don't see anything to gripe about. You did a good job. The one from Hobbyzone did look the same as far as the way it was shipped. But again, their stuff had graphics all over the box. So anyway, let us take a look. So there's this is shipping damage. Thankfully, there's no damage on the plane itself. But let's see here. Let me get this open. Got it. So this is the same as the Global Aerofoam plane, but it's the same as what they had at Hobby King. Just they put their own name on it. So they have a version that is for turbine and a version that is for EDF. And I got the EDF version. So what I like about these planes is the way, number one, it's a real fat airfoil. Very good airfoil. It has little fences you put on there. The servos are installed. It's got really cool retracts. They operate slowly. There's the aileron, flap servo. I glued the flap shut on mine when I had it. I might do the same on this one because they get kind of funky. But it's got flaps, split flaps. The ailerons are very cool because it's got the good hinges. So they're gapless and they actually move really well. They're not foam hinges. And then they have the multi-connector. So there's no servo wires to mess with. You just all you do is plug the wing in. The screws go in there. This is a really really well thought out plane. This foam's a little better than the one from Hobby King. And then here there's supposed to be little things that stick out on the end. There's one wing. Tape. Here's a second wing. Let me get that tape off. So there was a little bit of damage to the actual box itself, but none of that actually ended up transferring to the plane. So that's why they package them well. That's another thing I forgot to tell you about. There are lights, but all the same as the other. They even have the tape to match, which is great. But the color is really nice. I'm going to put a clear coat on it. The last clear coat that I used, I just use, believe it or not, it's called Bona. It's a floor polish, and that worked really good. And the plane was super, super shiny. So since this is a display plane, I'm going to make sure that it's super shiny as well. So I'll do that. But there's the fuse. Now, one of the things that I did on the one that I got originally, so here's all the parts that come in it for the wing. Everything's labeled, and they've got ball links and then all the little extra doodads. Really well done. Really well done. There's that. These are the guns that go underneath. The stuff that goes on the tip of the wings. More stuff that goes on the plane. This is for the fin that goes at the back of the plane. So, let's see what else is in the box. Vertical stabilizer. Connections, and then you can see this is a little better than the one from Hobby King. They didn't have the plastic in there like this. This is a little better. There's a spar that goes through, and then I'll show you the other parts. I'm not going to pull these out. But there are the extras. I mean the horizontal stabilizers, servos, and then they get screwed in. There's a little spar that goes in there too. These are the wing fences, which help with stability. You should put those on. There's the spar, it's metal. Got to be careful with this so that you don't mess it up. So you bend it, screws things up. So I'm not going to pull that on the box, I'll leave that there. There's the instructions. This is, so I'll take I'm going to leave those in the packaging, but I'm going to pull this out. This is actually a pretty significantly sized plane. It is not small. It's in good shape. So one thing that I do for my transport, oops. Oh, there's no fan in this. That's even better. Okay. There's no fan and no ESC, which is fine. I didn't need it. There's the hatch. Came right off. The screws and everything are over there in those bags. But the one thing I do, I take these off because when I try to transport the plane, these things dig in where I don't want them to. There's a little bit of damage just from where this was smashed a tad, but that's underneath, which is not that big a deal to me. But fan goes in here. The fan that I'm going to be using is the FMS 1950 kV with 36 millimeter motor. It's the same one used in the Viper jet and in the new Scorpion and the Avanti. I'm going to use that. Why am I sticking with that? Because it's 7S capable, but it's also not crazy heavy. So with the other plane that I had, I used the Freewing 9-blade with 36 millimeter motor, which is great. 9 blades have their downsides though. It's basically was like an on-off switch. There's no mid-range. The plane did really well, way better than stock, but I want that little bit extra, and the 12 blade with the in-runner is a great setup. And I could do 7S if I want to, and it will be a beast. So I disconnect these, I pull these out, don't need them. But the little board to have in here is pretty cool. So there's the inside, lots of room. There is a sequencer for the gear. There's a distribution board. This is very important to stick to the voltage. If you go over 5 volts, this thing fries. Ask how I know, because I did it. Didn't realize it. Same thing with the sequencer. It's got to be at 5 volts. So whatever receiver you use, don't let it fry that board. Or whatever UVEC you use, don't let it fry that board. But this is a good project. So basically the stuff that I took out of the F5 is going to go in here as far as ESC goes, and possibly the receiver. So that's that. But it's a really well put together plane. I like what's there. I like the way that they did it. And with this red paint, this is going to pop in the sky really good, because I'm going to put the polyurethane on it. So it's going to look great. I'm going to get a fiery booty in there, because this Mig-17 had a burner, and one of the first afterburners used in the jet. So I'll do my Gooniac touch with that. I might even put some guns on this thing, because it's got guns that go under here. Those look pretty cool. If I could do that, we'll see. It wouldn't be hard, because everything is really close. I could probably do it pretty easily. But anyway, that's that. I'll be putting this together hopefully soon. It's got air brakes too, I forgot. And these air brakes are effective. They work really well. I used it on my other one I had. They work really good. Slow the plane down, but don't make it do weird things. It's the most important part. They do slow it down, but they just don't make it go nuts. So anyway, put it back in the box for now. But we will be getting this thing together in short order, because I want to get this back in the air, especially in this color. This is a really pretty color. So definitely worth doing. And let's see here. But see how annoying these little doors are. Doors are annoying. They get in the way of everything. So I'm actually going to yank them things out, because it's it's a scale detail, which is great, but it's a scale detail that's going to annoy me, and I don't want to deal with that. So we go and change it, just to make it easily transportable. So back in there. But we don't need to do this on here, so I'm just going to get that out of the way so the wife doesn't have to walk over it. And then that's it. But this was a pretty good deal too for a 90. This was a $349.99 with all that stuff. Help your mom. So that's it. All the supports and stuff from ESC. I'm going to put 100 amp ESC in here, and that'll be it. So I'm not going to take all the time putting all that thing back in there, but it's going to be put back. So time to move on to another camera. So I will be back. All right, so I am back. I'm going to have to leave the camera off for a little bit because I've got people running around behind me and I don't want to catch them off guard. But yeah, that's that. The MiG is going to be fun. It's been, I've had it before, like I said, but it's been a little while, and it was a slightly different design, different setup. This setup will be good. It should be a lot more efficient, and it's actually going to have low and mid-range thrust like it did before. But that's good. Let me check out the chat. Because I see 64 since you guys were chatting since I was. This is good. Thank you guys. I appreciate everybody being here. Let's see. All right, so yeah, so let me check out the chat. The chat was going up while you guys could still see it. Yes, I did play the funky music, Paul McNeil. Mike Bird, yes. I think I know what you're saying, but yeah. Rick W, yeah, I got to the point where it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. So when it comes time to get planes, I just get it. But yeah, so let's see what else is going on in the chat here. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys keeping the chat going. That's good. Thank you. But yeah, I've got a lot of planes and boxes that need to be assembled and get ready for maiden, which I plan on doing. This is going to be one of those. And I've got boxes and boxes. Is the mic getting weird again, or is this a while ago? The other microphone is a little strange. It's harder to hear. It's just because of the way it's made. But I have to do it slightly different. But it looks like you guys are talking a lot, which is cool. Thank you. Jeff in Lower Alabama, I appreciate you being here because I know how late it is for you. But thanks for... And yes, that's exactly what it was. It was that Holstein cow look, and I couldn't stand it. The plane flew amazing. It was so much fun to fly. It's just that it looked like a dang cow. It was just crazy. So, Rick and Roy, what is up? Thanks for being here. It's been a while. What is happening? Glad to see you back on. And then Michael Berry, yeah, the storage was a collector's. Oh, okay. I thought it was me. Anyway, so what else? Everybody was talking to Roy. That's a cool plane. You can't hardly find those anymore at all. Very cool. But yeah, everybody's chatting. That's good. I'm glad to see people chatting in here. So it looks gray on camera. It's like a bluish gray, the bottom side of the wing. But it is. Okay, so good to see. The wing is very solid. Yes, it's a very good. Just everything about it's great. Let's see, magnetic. I don't think anything's magnetic. Everything needs to be glued on. The only thing magnetic, there is nothing magnetic. Everything's glue. The hatch is actually held by a latch. Yes, it's a cool looking plane. It's not little though. It's big. Very big. I can't put it in the car fully assembled. I have to yank the wings off. The only thing I dislike is the tail, because the tail sticks out so far. I can't take them apart though. But Yeah. So anyway, it's a good plane. It's when I pull it apart, it goes in. That's why I'm taking the little the inner doors off, because I don't want them to mess up with the portability and dig into another plane that I'm traveling with. So yeah, it's a good plane. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's a fun plane. The air brakes, yeah, air brakes are really cool. On this one, they are. They slow it down without making it fall out of the sky. But the Air Raider, Sky Raider, I don't know about that one. I think the Sky Raiders were meant to keep it from being too speeding up in a dive. Let's see. Man, that's been on the whole time. What are you talking about, Fred? Anyway, you guys are chatting a lot. That's good. I'm glad that you were keeping involved or keeping participating in the whole thing, which is great. I do appreciate it. But I think we're about to wrap it up. I'll leave the camera off for this last bit just because got stuff going on, but I do appreciate everybody being here. And yes, the music will be coming on and we'll be powering down, but I do appreciate everybody being here. It's been a good show. A decent amount of people showed up. Don't forget to hit the like button while you're here. Share, comment, subscribe, all that goodness, and let people know that Gooniac is back to doing this stuff again. And next week we'll have something else to talk about, and we'll go from there. But I wanted to make sure to get a Wednesday, every Wednesday of November, I wanted to do a live. So making sure to do that. And we just got one more after today, and then we'll be through November, and then we're on to the last month of the year. Can you freaking believe it? Sheesh. Anyway, yeah, thanks, Jeff from Alabama. You made it. Thanks for being here. And thanks to all of you for being here too. And we will see you next week. And don't forget to check out the short films, the short videos that I post every day, pretty much. And that's pretty much it. There's a few that I posted that were pretty funny with Nate scaring the crap out of me with the planes and doing some other stuff. But be sure to check that stuff out. And I will see you guys next time.